Hi everyone, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and I am here with another weekly library card. So I have Christmas on the mind, and so I have another prompt for us, and it's going to be making these ribbon Christmas trees. I'm going to show you how to do it. They're so simple, really fun and cute. So if you decide to play along and alter a library card, please use the hashtag weekly library cards so we can find each other's projects. Feel free to also tag me if you'd like. Now here's a bunch of mine from weeks we've already finished. I think this was last week, and I did the little what is your crafting superhero name? The amazing journaling glitter beam, and my daughter Sarah, the sparkling photography wizard, and made little books. So anyway, I do different things each week. I hope you will play along. If you don't have library cards, you can use an index card, right? A piece of cardstock. You can also go to my Buy Me a Coffee, and I have a free digital download where you can find some library cards. Now, today I am really living on the edge because we are going to use peeled paint, distress ink. I've had this one in my collection for quite a while, and it's one of the greens. And look at that. Isn't that pretty for Christmas? So I'm going to go ahead and ink one of my cards because I did it after the fact on that one and really liked it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it and get a lot of extra on here today. It's so fun. All right. Now, I always tend to date stamp mine as well. And I did that one in, I think, vintage photo, but we're going to try this one in the peeled paint. Yeah, didn't get it the best. I never do, but there we go. And we'll see. We may make another one too. I'll kind of keep an eye on the time. So again, this is so simple. I used a few buttons, a few little sequins and ribbon, and made this lovely little Christmas tree. Now, I just have a little bit of this left for my trunk. You can really use whatever you want. You could even use just like a piece of paper or something, but I thought this made a really cute Christmas tree trunk. And I'm just using my hot glue. Oh, and sticking it down. Now, when I did my ribbons, it's easier to tie them, even though all I'm doing is one little knot. If they're a little bit longer, then I'm probably going to need all of them to be. So I just found it was easy to go ahead and cut some ribbons approximately, again, this does not need to be perfect, but 5 inches long. And all we're going to do then is do just a single knot like that. And then a bunch of them are going to get haircuts as we go. But if you cut them, you can cut them a little bit shorter, but it just gets hard to tie the knot. And I'm not sure what order I want to put mine in until I get there. So yeah, I just went through and cut quite a few of my different ribbons, and I'm not even really that worried about the colors, just ones that I like. I have a bunch in my stash, and these are just the ones that I pulled out to use. I don't even know how many I did. I did some of the pom-poms. So that was 1, 2, there's one there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I ended up doing 10 last time. So we'll have 10 ready to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll just tie knots and have fun. This is so simple. And I think it was yesterday, did the other Christmas tree, if you missed it, that you make with paper or with ribbons. I did a crocheted lace one, and I think it turned out really pretty. This one definitely, it would also be kind of pretty, like if we did like maybe all the same ribbons or like all neutral ribbons and see what that looked like. let's make this one that's going to be like this, kind of all funky, and then maybe we'll try a different kind of idea. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just to see what they look like. Let's do a piece of pom-pom, 9, and how about a piece of this gold to be a little different? Because I do think that might be interesting to just see what it might look like. And I have wood buttons like I used here, and I've got colorful buttons, so we can try a variety of things. So welcome. If you are new to my channel, I hope you have fun and that you'll come back and consider subscribing. If you're one of my returning viewers, you guys are so much fun and you just make my day. I appreciate your comments, and please keep them coming. And those thumbs up and the hypes and all of that, it really makes a difference for my channel. I just reached 13,000 subscribers, so thank you guys. Whenever you share my videos, show up and watch, come to my lives, any of that, it just really makes a difference, so thank you. And speaking of that, I am doing a live this Wednesday, which will be November, let's see, 19th, 1 o'clock Eastern time. We're doing a live sale, so I'm going to have a bunch of journals that I've pulled out of the archives. I've got some journals. I've got some Christmas things, Christmas one-page wonders, tags. Gosh, I don't know. Just come and see. If I have time, I may try to post some ribbon samplers or some different things. It just depends on how much I have time to do before then. I'm going to try to do it a little different. I've never done a live sale. And this one is, I guess we can call it semi-live. I'm trying a new shop option that can connect to videos in YouTube. Okay, hold on. Let me just show you. I'm just using my hot glue. If you'd rather use your Fabrifix, that will work too. So the first thing I'm doing is I just decided the pom-pom looks kind of fun at the bottom, but of course you don't have to have pom-pom at all. Anyway, and then we're just going to start layering them, and then I'm going to come through and give them a haircut, okay? So I'm not even going to worry about making it look like a Christmas tree just yet. We're just going to lay these down in whatever order you want. Anyway, and so the way I think, if everything works with the technical stuff, you guys know how frustrating that can be. Let's just hope it works. If not, hopefully Amy will be there. We can go old school. But they'll be in my Shopify shop, which I haven't really done much with because I set it up specifically for this. There will be items, and if you like them, you can just go ahead and purchase them. But what I'm going to do is during the live is I'm going to be doing like showing them to you and flip through and talking about them so that then you can make a decision. In the shop, there's just like one quick picture just kind of to help you find them. The intent wasn't that online shoppers would necessarily go and find these and then, buy them, because I didn't really do much of a description or anything like that. I just popped them on there. Okay, so here I am, and I've just layered all these ribbons, and it just kind of, it's cute like that, like a little sampler. But I am going to start now to give it a little bit of a haircut and try to get it into that triangle shape. So you do have to be careful, when you're snipping, to only snip the one you want to snip. And hopefully this will be as cute as the one I made before I got on the video, right? That's the hope. All right, it's starting to take shape. Now, yes, if you are really limited on your ribbon supply, you might want to try, you know, cutting it a little bit shorter and tying your knots. I decided it was worth my sanity to do it this way. All right. And it does look a little better with your angles. You know, if you kind of remember which side you're cutting when you go. But again, mine are a little cattywampus and it's okay, I think. All right. I think this one needs to come in a little. I don't know. What do y'all think? Now, again, I put a little green pom-pom at the top of that one, and I thought it was really cute. We could also put a button, a sequin. We could make a star, something like that. I have these really glittery buttons. I don't know if I'm going to like them, but I thought that might be fun. Would a smaller one look better? No. And this has a plastic shank. I wish I had my there. That'll kind of make it sit a little more flat. I don't know. It's different. I may do it and just see. This is just a button that I got like at Hobby Lobby or something. It is not like a vintage one or anything. All right, let's stick that on. Hopefully it'll stay on. It's not the most even. I'm going to put extra because, you know, more sometimes is better. I don't know. Is it? Okay, let me set that one aside for a second. Now, you could leave it just like this and it's cute. But we can also come through if we want to. And I have some more in other colors of these somewhere. No idea where. So I need to look through my stash. But let's put a few little sparkles. And again, it's Christmas. So as far as I'm concerned, we can have silver, gold, everything can just mix. And it is okay. And I am trying to be careful and not burn myself. Okay. Let's also see what a button or two. I have a lot of these little wood buttons, and I just thought it would give it a little bit different look. But I have my red, green, and yellow buttons out from things I've been doing here recently. Yeah. So fun. Just fun. For some reason, I kind of like the bigger ones near the bottom. All right, let's glue a couple of these down. And then we'll do a few more. And you can go kind of under the ribbon, over the ribbon, however you want to do it. I'm going to do that one right there. And I'm going to put one right here. And we'll put one right there. Now, these are just going to be fun to give as a Christmas card, to put in a journal, put on a journal page. It is going to add some bulk, but it's really not too bad. How cute is that? I love it. You could even put a little sentiment if you wanted to on there. Lots of things you can do. All right, I think they're both cute. I want to try one just so we can see what we think if we do one like all with the same ribbon or like a neutral one, something like that. So, because sometimes like a neutral kind of Christmas decoration is pretty because it can then go with all kinds of things. Maybe just a winter kind of theme. And if you like are doing a pink Christmas journal, you could do whites and pinks. If you're doing more of the blues and silvers, of course you can do that. I just hit my new mic. I hope that that didn't make a loud sound or anything. I think I'm going to do one, use this. This is my new vintage photo distressed oxide. I'm going to do one maybe with some neutrals using this, and then one maybe doing some of the green. I think that's the way that needs to be. I wish I could get better at I think I just need to go a little slower, and then I can get the bottom, the 2025 to show up. Okay, got all kinds of ink pads out here. Okay, now, not that I have to do two at the same time or anything. We can do one and then the other. Let's try what it would look like just with this sheer, maybe the sheer ribbon, and then some decorations, right? So let's just see how that works. And then I'm going to do one with some greens. 3, 4, 6. This is inexpensive ribbon that I've had in my stash. So again, I don't know how many I cut, but I think it's good for me to experiment with this one. Now see, I cut these a little bit shorter, so I'm going to get to sit here and fiddle as I tie them. So as we're heading into or getting closer to Thanksgiving, I'd love to hear if y'all have any plans. Thanksgiving is definitely one of the big holidays here in the United States. I think they say the Wednesday before Thanksgiving is the busiest travel day of the whole year. So anyway, let me know if you're traveling. We will be home, but I have my brother, my girlfriend Jennifer coming, and a bunch of our kids will be here. My daughter and son, my biological kids, they're actually going to be with their dad and his side of the family at Thanksgiving. So we will miss them, but they'll have a good time with their family, and they'll be here for Christmas. So that's a nice treat. You just kind of, when you have these blended families and people live in other parts of the country, you kind of have to make it work. And we've been able to do that for a while, even though it's not easy to not have them with us. Now, Sarah, my daughter who lives in New York, she's been on a business trip to Paris. Wow. And is flying home today, the day I'm recording this. And I'm going to go visit her like I did last year for some Christmas shopping in New York. So I'm excited. Okay, I have a little bit more of this left. So let's just keep going with the little brown Christmas tree trunk. All right, now I'm just going to lay these down and see. And again, if I'm more intentional, I think when I cut them, I can get probably a little bit better angle on the ribbon, you know, to make it look like the tree. I don't know if that makes sense, but we'll just see what happens. Again, I think it's easier if I don't worry too much and I just lay them down and then fiddle some with them. Fiddle, fiddle. And if you guys have ideas of how to do this or how you might try this, let me know. I love hearing how y'all are going to make these the projects your own, and what materials you're going to use. It's really fun to hear about that. another idea, even though this is for the altered library card, another idea I think that would be fun would be to put these on a pretty Christmas paper behind the tree, especially, this one that I'm doing a little more, the neutral. It would be really pretty to see it, wouldn't it? I don't even know how many I've done here. I don't think it really matters. I have glue on my fingers. Okay. Let's get that out of the way. Isn't it just cute? It's just cute. Wonder, I'm going to be brave. Look at that. If I just kind of cut, I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm kind of cutting more like it's kind of just went straight. I was trying to do the angle, like the triangle. I don't know. I probably should have gone a little slower. But that's okay. What would this one look like with one of the larger sequins at the top? I don't know. I almost feel like this one would benefit from having a star at the top. Wonder, I don't know if this is the color that I want, but I wonder, is there a way to make a star out of ribbon? I don't know. That's not quite working the way I thought it might. Let's see what we've got. I have lots of fun little pieces. I was looking to see if there was something that might stay sort of neutral, but allow us to make a little topper of some sort. Let's try this. I don't know if I'm going to like this either. Something about these little swirlies that seemed like a good idea for a top. And I know I'm not talking a lot. Let's see. Nope, I don't like that. I'm liking this, I think. And the other idea is to just cut a star or punch a star out. I did not get my star paper punch out. And on my other ones, I was doing kind of wonky stars, and they were cute. Oh, another idea might be a button. Maybe a button. Maybe I need to go more, less bright yellow, maybe more like that. And then how about a little bit of this? Let's see. We'll try it. Okay. So I'm thinking a bow. Tying a bow. Oh, come on. Come on, little threads. Sometimes it goes through so easily, and other times it decides to give me a fit. There we go. Yeah, this is it. This is going to be very cute. And then I have to decide, do I want to put maybe some other buttons or sparkles or something on there? Okay. Let's do this, and then we shall see. Okay, what do y'all think? Do you like this one? I definitely wish I had trimmed it a little more slowly, not gotten excited thinking I could just snip it, but that's okay. Live and learn, right? Live and learn. Let's do, this is where if I grab my tweezers, I would probably, I don't know where they are though, so, you know. Whoa, come on. Let's put one under here. There we go. I think as I add more, it will look better. So hang with me on this. But at least now, whatever direction you decide to go in yours, you'll know. Like, do you like it with the sequins, without the sequins? I think I like it with the sequins, but I just have to get enough on here, I think, to make it look good. And maybe another one of the little bit bigger ones. Maybe up under here. Yeah. Okay, let's look at it and see if we think that's enough. You know what? I like this one. It is much more subtle. I do think we need one more branch. I don't think I came down far enough on the trunk of the tree. And I think this is going to help. I put one right there. And see, that's kind of the thing with this, is you can just kind of keep going and play with it a little until you get it the way you want it. Now I want another sequin. Whoops. I dropped it. I will pick it up later. We won't worry about that right now. Oh. Someone did let me know that they thought the video that I used my new microphone on sounded good. But if you have a second and you have thoughts about that, let me know if you think it's helping the sound, if you can't tell a difference, if you don't like it, whatever. Somebody said I sounded just fine. So, okay, a little different, right? But I think they're both pretty. Tell me what you think. And I'm going to stay and do one in green. And I think I'm going to do this kind of bright green. And if you want to stay with me, I hope you will. We will see how one looks doing it with the bright green. Okay? Because I have a whole roll of this. And I do think it will make a pretty one. All right. And maybe, you know what? I have an idea. How about if we do like white pom-pom? Maybe every other one, or maybe just at the bottom. We'll see. I think that might be cute. I have some green pom-pom too. What color is this? We have a couple of them. We'll stay with this one and see. Okay. It's not hard to tie if you have them just long enough. If you go too much shorter, it's just not the easiest. I hope I stayed on camera. I realized I was working up close. As you get older, the whole vision thing, and I have tried using my progressive lens, and I have had them for years. The eye doctor says I use them more than I realize, but when I craft, read, look at my phone, things like that, I tend to just take them off. All right, where did that fly away to? That was my tree trunk. Oh, here it is. I was also thinking, would this be a cute tree trunk? It might. Let's think about it. What if we did a little tree trunk like that? You know, I think it'll be cute. It'll look like a, you know, like we have a tree skirt that's covering the whole trunk. Why not? There we go. And I doubled it up a little bit just to make it have some interest. Okay. Now, I said I was going to do all green, but now I have this idea to use some white pom-pom. So let's just do it because it's fun. Some glitter would be fun too. I may have to do some glitter ones. But again, I just think this would make a really cute, like to put on a gift instead of a traditional bow. It would be cute as the top to a Christmas card or a little Christmas journal. All right. Now, I don't know if I'm going to like another. Yeah, I do. Let's do another layer of pom-pom. All right, we'll go with 3 this time. Yeah. Okay. I'm easily amused. Can you tell? All right. If you decided not to stay, you won't hear me saying this, but you definitely will have missed out on probably one of the cutest ones. All right. I'm going to have 3 pom-poms, but I'm cutting the ribbon just a touch shorter. I'm going to kind of bunch them in there a little bit, maybe. Let's just see. I'm going to do it like that. All right, definitely going to have to trim. Okay, let's stop here for a second and do some trimming. All right, I'm going to be a little more careful this time. All right, this one, I'm going to go to right there. Okay, that's looking a little better. Maybe a touch short, but there we go. Just got to get that angle, and sometimes it's easier than others. And like I said, one of them I did, and it just felt like everything got wonky to one side. All right. So leave me a comment if you're still, if you've stayed with me, and tell me which of the ones that I've made is your favorite. I would love to know. I think for the top, I'm just going to put a pom-pom. I'll save those. And I don't even think I'm going to do anything else to this one. I was thinking, you know, I just don't think it needs it with the extra pom-poms in there. It's like snow, right? I like all of them. I'm leaning towards that last one as a favorite. And I like the neutral one. It just depends on, I think, of what we're going for. Like maybe, you know, a little more vintage, or I don't know. Vintage is even the right word. But anyway, I love them. I hope you do too. I hope it will inspire you to get out your library cards or your index cards or whatever it is you're playing with and make some. All right. Let me know what you think. And until next time, have a great day, everybody. Thank you.